there is an enormous difference between knowing and being. We often confuse information with transformation. We think that because we can explain something, we have understood it. But explaining a fire is not the same as being burned by one. And knowing the word fear is not the same as watching fear move through the body. Or knowing that approval is unstable is not the same as remaining still when somebody disapproves us. So there is a difference between holding the truth in the mind and living without contradicting it. And this difference explains why recognition fades away. Let us take something simple. Suppose I know that anger makes me foolish. I know this. I can probably give a lecture about it. I can explain how anger narrows perception, increases impulsive behavior, and makes us say things we later regret. Then someone insults me. Suddenly, my philosophy goes on a holiday. The anger comes, and I become extremely intelligent about why I'm angry. You see, that is the funny part. The mind can use knowledge to defend the very thing knowledge was supposed to expose. I can say I'm angry because this person crossed a boundary. Perhaps. But sometimes I'm angry because my image of myself was attacked. Are you seeing what I'm saying? That is different. The real question is not, do I know that anger is destructive? Everybody knows anger is destructive. The real question is, what happens when anger appears? There is a gap there. You see, the knowing says this is unnecessary. We know the anger is unnecessary. But being does not need anything to say. Being simply does not give the illusion enough food to survive. This is why recognition fades. Recognition often happens at the level of thought, while our old patterns exist at the level of habit. We all know that we are divine, but still behave like stupids. Think of a road. For years, I have walked down a particular road. My feet knows the turns. I do not even think about it. We call it muscle memory. One day someone tells me, hey, there is another road. I understand. I even agree. But the next morning, I still take the other road or the old road. Why? Because understanding the existence of another road does not erase the old pathway. Just because you read Bhagavad Gita, you will not become Krishna. Just because you spend time with me or some wise people, you will not become wise. The mind has momentum. Human beings are creatures of repetition. You see, we repeat thoughts, reactions, fear, desire, and identities until they feel like reality itself. So when recognition comes, it is often like switching on a light inside a room that has been dark for years. The light reveals everything, of course, but the furniture still remains intact there. So when we remember that we are the truth, which is the recognition, still the old habits are there, old memories are still there, old fears are still there. Because recognition shows me the room. It does not automatically rearrange the furniture. We all must get that in our mind. Just because we know doesn't mean we'll follow it. And this is where we make another mistake. We expect recognition to remain permanently. We think, I understand it yesterday, therefore I should never struggle with it again. Why? Understanding something does not mean that the mind will never reproduce its old moment. A person can know that a dream is a dream and still be frightened while dreaming. Has that happened to you? You see, that is the strange nature of mind. I may understand that I am seeking approval and still feel hurt when somebody rejects me. The recognition is not necessarily false. The reaction is simply old and habit. This distinction matters a lot. If I do not understand it, I become disappointed in myself. I say, I understand the truth, but I have fallen back again. Then another identity appears. Why? Because now I am the person who failed to live the truth. Beautiful. Traps on traps, pit on pit. So the ego has found a more sophisticated costume. Before it said, I am a special person because I know. Now it says, I am a special person because I am struggling with the embody of what I know. The same thing, just new clothes. For me, this is one of the greatest trick of self-image. We turn even our failure to live freely into another story about ourselves. So the problem is not that we remember, or the problem is not that recognition disappears. Recognition is simply covered again, like the sun behind clouds. The sun did not go anywhere. The clouds came. And what are the clouds? Clouds are thoughts, memory, fear, desire, habit, comparison, expectation. See, the all thing that I'm trying to say is, just because you read books about Ramana Maharshi, just because you read books about spirituality, you will not become spiritual. That is like adding on a layer onto dust. You might cover the dust with a cloth, but the dust is not removed. That is not wisdom. True wisdom is seeing who you actually are. Turn your mind within and see that you are the unblemished, absolute, ridiculously, purely, absurdly the self-aware reality. And once that is done, habits will go, comparison will go, expectations will go, attachments will go, desires will go. I think I have to be more detailed here. Unwanted desires will go, unwanted habits will go, unwanted comparisons, expectations, attachments will go. All will be left out. Is self-aware reality working through you and not by you. Keep this in mind. Liberation is not for the one whom you think. Liberation is from the one whom you think. Therefore, it is important to turn your mind within and see the truth for yourself and not simply listen to me or listen to anyone else. We are all like maps pointing out the treasure. Don't treat me like the treasure. Ultimately, I will conclude my speech by saying that follow the message, not the messenger. I am doing all this social media just to make a living and for the joy of speaking alone. You are the self-aware reality, which is the substratum of all, whether you like it or not or believe it or not. Thank you.